At the same time, because you have to get to an absolute unfathomable number of 6.2 billion, you know you're going to have to do some cuts that nobody's done any research on, that you're not sure what the implications are. Our staffing is fairly limited, and so I'd say it's a little bit of both. I think we have, talking to some of the more senior members of the legislature, they really feel like the caliber of our work and the seriousness of the analysis of what we do has been increasing steadily due to two things. One is clearly our staff has become more experienced, and we're really have amazing, wonderful, nonpartisan staff. And we have national associations that consolidate a lot of information and share it back and forth. But they also say one of the things that they think most increases that as well is that the legislators themselves bring much more breadth and depth in the areas in which they have expertise, and so that has also contributed to a more sophisticated debate about the impacts. But we routinely look at economic models, modeling of different sort of options. We have, we don't. Do you ever have as much data as you want? No. Do you ever have as much wisdom as you want? No. But you do what you can to try and do what you can, and so I think that's important. I do want to. I'll pass out copies of my cards for people to get a hold of me. I mean, part of that wisdom is literally from the people you represent and their insights in life and their experiences. And I do cherish the people who take time to write or email me and thoughtfully join me in thinking through the choices that we have ahead. And people are surprised at how much input we get. It's actually overwhelming. My senior legislators say it's harder for us to work collegially with each other because we have no time to actually do that as much because we are so locked to our computers and reading complex bills and legislation and analysis, and then reading the hundreds of emails that come in. And they say in the old days when people had to thoughtfully write a letter and find an address and put a stamp on it, to go to that extra work, people were really very thoughtful, and you didn't get as much. And now the email is so instantaneous, and because you have groups that will send us, 500 emails on the same topic. You're a member of some club, and they say this bill's coming up. Email your last email. And that's good. It's nice to know there's some energy around that topic, but it does take a lot more time, and some of them are not very thoughtful. I mean, the one that I just still laugh about was someone who said, I want to know what, I was listening to the radio as I drove to work, and I want to know what are you doing about internet security? And I have no idea what was on the radio or what the focus was, and internet security is a pretty broad topic. But, that person probably wouldn't have, typed up a letter and found an address and put it in the mailbox, But it's just so easy to have that kind of quick flippant, like, I'm going to have my legislator tell me everything that's going on this topic. And so it's a little trickier, and it's a different sort of dialogue, but it's part of what we do. Last thing I'll do is, if you'd like to come see my world, I always do a tour on President's Day. We don't have the day off, but lots of other people do, and most school kids do. And at 1 o'clock on President's Day, and the information's in the newsletter, I'm always glad to take people through. And then you can stay and watch us in floor session or go to some committee hearings. We don't have a whole lot happening on Mondays, the way the new schedule's been put together, but it's an opportunity for you to get a feel for it when it's real. As opposed to coming on a Saturday when it's like visiting a museum.
Diane, I just had to ask you, you mentioned the Minnesota Miracle kind of as an aspiration.